Welcome to Marital. Hey, I'm Stacy. There goes Doug.
Yeah. Bring me back.
This is Doug's foot. Oh, look at Doug's here. He's back.
Now I'm going over here.
He hasn't been on the float in a while because he got bit by ants one day and it bothered him for like a week. And he does not necessarily enjoy my ant bite related treatments. Are you going over there? Where are you going?
I'm trying to come back.
Do you need help? Do you need like a little anchor?
I need an oar. That's what I need.
Michael Orr?
Michael?
He's the only football player I know. Okay.
No, he's not the only football player, but it's the
I
reason
know,
you do know
I know a
stuff.
lot of football things. Okay, anyway, welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacy. This is Doug.
Hello,
We're
I'm Doug.
married. We don't hate each other. Our podcast is live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and you can comment on YouTube and Facebook. We bring your comments up on the screen. So even if you're watching, you don't see other people commenting, trust me, they're there. Well, okay, right now there's only one person.
They're lurking.
I don't know who they are, but I'm really glad they're here, one person. And we started talking about some really important things last week. The battle of the animals to the death.
Animals, yeah.
To the death, and we really need to come up with some more animals because I think I have like 25 animals or some shit like that. And you have to have like 64 to have a bracket. I thought it was 16.
No, 64.
Why
It gets down to the Sweet 16, then the Final Four. Yeah, so it goes.
So suddenly we're in the NBA. Anyway, we're gonna see we're gonna have a
NCAA.
heated debate over what animal would kill what animal.
Which is just a very violent thing, and we're animal lovers.
We love animals. Actually, well, the one person is gone. Well, there's other people watching, perhaps on YouTube, that we cannot see. So we do love the animals. And what we started to talk about yesterday, we talked about a lot yesterday. I stand by my stance on bullying. I will call that shit out. If someone is bullying you, please give me their contact information. I will protect you. We also talked about our weekend adventures being like this close to a gator.
But we got waylaid before we got to talk about one part of our adventure.
That's the part that I wanted to talk about. I was segueing. I said, we love animals. We went on a fan boat. We were this close to it, like the whole time.
It was a big gator, too.
There's a big gator, and like I'm sitting there, and the gator's like, hey, Stace. Its
face was about that wide.
And the gator's like, hey, Stace. And Doug is like, in his spot. Did you get nervous that it was so close to me?
No. That was close to you?
Yeah, it could have leaped out of the water.
It could have.
So the one that was
it didn't.
Way far away from us, you had to get up and run behind me. But the one that was a foot from me, you were just like, okay, whatever.
This thing was in the water.
It's going to eat Stacy first.
It was in the water.
If they want to get out of the other one was in the water too.
No. It was getting in the water in order to swim over and then get out of the water.
I don't know. I do not agree with that. Incidentally, if you see this, it's still residue from my allergic reaction. I also have it in other lovely parts of my body. If I were in some sort of an animal thing, I would be rejected by the other animals.
You'd have a cone on right now.
Oh my God, I love a cone.
A cone of shame.
My whole life is a cone of shame. And I have no shame, so fuck everybody. So we started talking about this yesterday. We never finished. Doug is a Bigfoot guy. Like he
loves Bigfoot.
Loves Bigfoot.
I got to know.
Oh my God.
What?
All I could think of is that guy who had the Bigfoot dick.
Oh, that wasn't that funny.
It was hilarious. This guy says that he was raped by Bigfoot.
I was being raped by a giant.
Because the guy was out of his tree. There's clearly was not raped by Bigfoot. The whole thing was that he's like, I have a Bigfoot penis.
Oh, in the freezer.
And it was a Bigfoot lady, not a Bigfoot man.
Oh, then how did he get the penis?
That was a separate Bigfoot.
Oh.
There's many Bigfoots. Well, alleged. I don't know. You know more about the Bigfoots than I do. So coming up on this time of year, what is that thing that we went to in Western New York? What's it called?
Western New York?
Not Western New York. The car show. What is it called?
Oh, the car show was it was like a Nationals, Lake George National.
The Lake George Nationals annually occurs. I believe it's around now.
September.
Is it September?
Yeah, it was in like kind of late-ish September.
I think it's August.
No, because it was after we moved to.
And we moved in August 1st.
Yeah. No.
September 1st?
September 1st.
Okay. So anyway, they have this immense car show in Lake George, and it's so like Americana, and like it's just the most American thing you're ever going to see. And we had
They closed down Main Street. They run the cars up and
down.
How
many cars would you say there were?
Oh, a classic.
And it was classic cars primarily.
Yeah.
Probably 1,000.
Yeah, hundreds hundreds.
I could look it up. So anyway, classic cars. And while we were there, we stopped at the last remaining Howard Johnson's.
Yes, and
And my
clams.
husband, like a crazy person, got fried clams.
Well, you have to.
We're
right?
300. We lived in an ocean community.
It's a Howard Johnson's thing. You wouldn't understand.
I would understand diarrhea, food poisoning.
And there's a Frank Zappa song, Billy the Mountain, where the mountain says, "Hey, Ethel with his wife, who was a tree growing off of his shoulder, said, 'Hey Ethel, there's a Howard Johnson's. Want to get some clams?'"
No, your answer is no. I don't
So
want clams at Howard
They were
Johnson.
frozen clam. What the hell?
Let me introduce you to many lovely establishments in the greater South Shore area of Massachusetts where you can get lovely clams. Do not go
Lovely clams.
inland for clams.
What did you have at Howard Johnson's? Do you remember? No, you don't. I had a memorable meal.
I think I had a
You
BLT.
had nothing.
I think I had a BLT.
Mm.
Maybe a hot dog. I don't know. Okay, so while we're there, Doug's like,
we were very close.
kind of.
We
He
were
was
about
like
20 miles.
He's like 20 miles
10
from
miles,
here
maybe something like
is
that.
Abear Road, where they have seen Bigfoot. And he's like, God, it's so far away. I'm like, we just drove 8 hours to get to New York. Like, I feel like we can go look for Bigfoot. Like, it's 20 minutes away.
We weren't looking for Bigfoot. There was a very, very well-known sighting by
Abear
state
Road.
police, local police, and a bunch of other people at the same time
Bigfoot
at
dorks.
Abear Road. So I'm like, we got to go to Abear Road. I got to take my picture in front of the sign. So the Abear Road sign. So we went up there. We saw where it happened. We stopped at there's
a store. You
and
got a
they've
T-shirt, which you wear sometimes.
Right, they actually
It's
have
green.
Kind of capitalized where they call it. Like Whitehall is like known for Bigfoot. So there was another sighting prior to the Abear Road sighting a year before at a golf course. The golf course has a big statue of a Bigfoot where the guy saw it.
Bigfoot aplenty.
Yeah, so they have it everywhere. They have and if I still lived in New England, I would go every year. They have a Bigfoot calling festival where you get to go and.
Well, we need to add these Bigfoot adventures to our list.
Thing.
I think that in the 10 years of being married to me, you would know by now that I will indulge your every whim.
Down for that.
I will indulge your every whim. I'm the one that usually has the whims, and you usually shut the whims down. So, I'm a whimmer. Whim. I'm like Wim Hof. I'm up in the whims. I breathe heavily. I'm into whims, and sometimes I get cold, and you can tell because my nipples get hard. So we went to. There's a Facebook group in Florida called New Englanders Living in Southwest Florida that our friend Jeff introduced us to. Actually, that group has nothing to do with this. So on the Cape Coral group, we live in Cape Coral, I became friends with a man named Jeff. Jeff is from, I think they're from Attleboro. So hometown boy.
Washington Street.
Not to be confused with a homeboy. I don't think there's any homeboys in Attleboro.
Oh, there might be.
But lovely, lovely man. Met his lovely wife, Lisa. We need to hang out with them. I don't know what's wrong with us.
I don't know.
Delightful people. We haven't hung out with anybody lately. Although Dave, we managed to pull it together just in time for Dave to come because I was on the downswing, like birthday, not feeling well, stress. Then Dave came and I did awesome. Then allergic reaction. And now we're just trying to we're trying to get on the upswing. Dave has asked, will he lick your ass for hours? I have never asked, but
Jeff's too busy.
He's very busy. He's cooking for his family, taking care of his grandkids.
His allergy treatments for his rum.
I don't know if he has time to do that for anyone.
Yeah, I don't think
not even
he's frazzled.
He's busy.
Yeah,
in any case, Doug mentioned that he was interested in Bigfoot, and Jeff told him about his friend.
He goes, I have a friend, and Jeff runs the Skunk Ape headquarters in the Everglades. So we stopped down when we were down there.
To check it out. P.S. He also pointed out that this guy had done some time, like 8 years for cocaine trafficking.
I don't know if you're supposed to talk about that on the air, but...
Well, not Jeff.
No, I know that, but...
Well, you can Google it.
Guy, yeah.
In any case, there's a known problem of drug trafficking in the Everglades. But if you think about it, like...
There's nothing else to do down there. Go to Skunk Ape Place.
Well, there's a lot of drugs down there. There's a lot of drugs down there, and nobody wants to mess with gators, and not everybody has a fan boat. So if you're gonna
anacondas,
do you think they use fan boats to traffic drugs?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you?
I just want a fan boat.
Yeah, I want a fan boat.
Let me just tell you right now, if I could have a fan boat, I would be psyched. Daniel's here. Hey man, what's up? We're so glad you're here.
I checked out your links, Daniel.
Sorry, we have been missing in action. I have not been feeling so well. Check out my nasty rash.
It's a nasty rash.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want your wife to have as a nasty rash.
Hey baby, Check out my
attractive.
net, they're rad.
So so Doug was like, hey, only 20 minutes or 15 minutes away is this skunk ape place.
It was less than that.
And it was like 5 minutes. And could we go? And Dave and I are like, absolutely yes. And again, I would like to reiterate that whenever a suggested idea comes up, I'm always down to do whatever the idea is.
Yeah.
Some people,
not so.
I'm not gonna name names, but that guy right there can be old grouchy farts who say no to everything. And it annoys me.
Oh, the one thing I said no to was bringing George Bush Sr. and Kenny Bunkport a sandwich.
He wouldn't let me bring the Bushes, and
I don't think you're allowed to bring an ex-president a sandwich.
Oh, they could tell you no, thank you. We won't know until we try. 1, 2. Daniel says looks pretty good to me. You're looking pretty good to me, baby. And then he's smiling. That makes me happy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
His name is Janet.
Jackson, if you ask. I feel like Daniel might be a nasty boy.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, you nasty boys.
I listened to some of Daniel's.
Do you remember this?
Boy Junior. Yeah, I remember.
I don't even remember how to do it.
I don't know what that is. Now you look like you're having a stroke.
I probably am.
Looks like your hair is going to fall.
It's been a
off.
long time. I have problems with my hair and in life in general. The other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to enter Demolition Derby. You put the kibosh on that.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. I didn't put the kibosh on it.
You said no.
I looked into it, and no. You know why? You have to cut a hole in the roof.
Yes.
You got to put the battery in the back seat.
Yes.
You got to remove all the glass.
Yes.
And at the time, where were we living?
In the crack den.
The crack den.
All the more
How
reason.
am I going to? What do I have a mechanic's shop there? Do I have welding tools?
No, but we had friends that could have all pulled it together. We could have made it happen. Where there's a will, there's a way to compete in a demolition derby. So if you're watching this,
you have to weld the door shut.
I'm a 47-year-old. Yes, and we had a welder.
And
I'm a 47-year-old woman who has
a disease.
Hang on. Who has a disease, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation has not arranged for me to drive in a demolition derby. It was a freaking Volvo. I would have cleaned the fuck up. But no.
Listen to me. I don't have welding equipment.
We had access to welding equipment. At the time, we had access to welding equipment.
Who had welding equipment?
Elon.
Elon had welding equipment.
Yes.
We didn't know Elon yet.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we met him when we were there.
No, I was in New Hampshire with all those people. And Zach had access to welding. And Chucky had access to welding. Okay. So we would have had to do one cut, break a bunch of windows. We like breaking windows.
Move a battery, move a gas tank, cut a thing, and make sure that you can get out the roof of a car through a hole in the roof.
It sounds like a wonderful idea to me. I don't know. And then other wonderful ideas that I've had. What? I wanted to bring home the pelican we found on the side of the road.
A dead pelican.
I wanted to bring home the
I
wanted to bring home the armadillo we saw on the side of the road.
Also a great idea. You want more dead stuff in the house.
Why not?
Why not?
We could have made something.
Things full of bugs. I don't know where I got these bug bites. I don't know where I got Lyme disease. I was just covered in leeches.
Okay, but think about this the pelican face scrotum thing. Like
the face scrotum.
Yeah, because it's
the
like
beak, the expandable beak.
The bottom part, the scrotum
probably
part.
A name for that.
Okay, probably, but I feel like there's a lot you could do with the pelican scrotum.
What, tan it and like make like a purse out of it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me get out of my point.
I would like so people have pelican mailboxes, but I would like a pelican mailbox where like the mail went in the thing. We could taxidermy it.
You have any other bright ideas?
Yes, I was going to make a salad bowl out of the armadillo shell. Why are you trying to stifle my creativity?
No, I'm encouraging your, because you never know when the armadillo salad bowl market is just going to take off, and we could be the next Steve Jobs.
Hang on a second.
The Steve Jobs of pelican pouches?
Have I not come up with some really fucking brilliant ideas?
Yes, you have, and I will encourage the good ones. The bad ones,
I don't think you encourage the good ones. I think there are good ideas that I have that you think are bad. And in the end, you're like, oh, actually, you had a point. We do need a dolphin table. Aren't you glad we have a dolphin table?
With like adult furniture, please.
Aren't you glad you want adult furniture?
Yeah.
Really? We want to get rid of the titty table? We have a table we call Areola. It's a mermaid. She has no areolas.
She naked.
Just nippies. So, and they're like an A cup, like they're small. But she's small. She's very petite. She's like, I don't know, like 80 pounds.
She's like
For somebody
3 feet
that
long.
size, she's got a nice rack.
She's 3 feet long.
But for somebody that size, she's got a nice rack.
How big are like mermaids, like normal woman size, only with a tail? Or are they small? Like, I don't know. Like what? Like
I really don't know. Maybe that should go into our battle of the animals to the death. Incidentally, we're going to be having a battle of animals to the death, and we need your suggestion on animals. I'm going to add. Well, see, we said no fictional animals,
Yeah,
right?
that's a fictional animal until they come up with a body. Much like Bigfoot.
Okay, fine. I do have a lengthy list. I'm going to need some answers from people because we need 64. I might even have 64 now. I'll count them while you're rambling at some point. So we went. Sonia was the animal keeper. She was lovely.
She fed the Florida snapping turtle while I was there. It was exciting.
Oh, I missed that part. She also let us hold a gator, which I had done before. You had both done it before.
Yeah.
But Dave got to do it, which was awesome because he just wanted to see a gator. So he saw 2 up close and personal, and he held 3. One.
Oh, yeah.
2 up close and personal, and he held one. And I had a lovely chat with the owner. So I guess she ex-wife, but she takes care of it now. Lovely, lovely lady. Oh, look, there's a little lizard. Lovely lady named Tracy. And she was, what was she? She had also had Lyme and had self-treated, and she's gone all she treated herself naturally, and we got talking about natural health. And then of course I bought a small alligator and put it in Dave's bag because he discovered a rare species of lizard while he was here. And Dave said she loved herself some Doug. LOL.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, Doug does pull a lot of the ladies.
Oh yeah.
And I think that there were a couple times where people were confused as to who my husband was.
Yeah.
All the 3 of us were out.
Because they probably looked at you with the tattoos and looked at Dave with
the tattoos.
Like, oh, this is the nerdy.
I should have called
cousin.
you Dad. I
It's
should have
the
been
nerdy
like
cousin.
Dad. Come on, Dad.
Daddy.
Oh, I don't usually.
Uncle Daddy.
Well, so I accidentally called Charlie. So my friend Charlie, who's not here right now. I should text him, find out where the fuck he is. Charlie was. I accidentally called him Daddy because I always joke with Doug, and I'll be like, Daddy, can I have something? And like joking. And so Charlie is like, does my little girl need a spanking? And it just got all creepy all of a sudden. And so now I'm calling Doug Poppy and Dave Big Papa.
I'm Bobby.
Daniel, would you like some sort of a father-like name? I'm happy to give you one. Patrick's here. What's up? We're so glad you're here. Yes.
Is it first timer for him?
I believe it is. The poor man hasn't been tortured enough.
Yeah, we'll torture you.
Oh.
You'll last about 3
Dude, you don't
minutes
even
on
know.
This podcast
You don't even know what you're in for. But we haven't talked about anything super inappropriate like anal fisting or like
Crisco
cream pie. We're going to talk about cream pies. Daniel says, "I Poppy, I love hearing that in my dreams." Yes, but
Bobby.
Poppy has been taken by Dr. Gear. Well, not Dr. Gear.
No, I'm not a doctor.
No, you're not.
We just play doctor.
We sometimes we still haven't played Butler. Okay, so what is a name similar to Daddy or Papa? I can call him Paw.
Step Pappy.
Get off. There used to be a joke. What does a girl from West Virginia say when she loses her virginity?
Thanks, Step Daddy.
Get off me, Paw. You're crushing my cigarettes. I'm a terrible person. I'm going straight to hell.
Now we just lost our viewership from whatever.
Talk about the skunk ape place.
So the skunk
and
ape
your
place.
Girlfriends.
Anyways, they it was
$18 for the 3 of us to get in. That's $6 a person.
It was and I thought they were gonna have a lot about the skunk ape. Whatever. They had a Bigfoot themed like sort of gift shop. Fine. And then you go in and there's the second largest python in the world that sort of sits there. There was a turtle, like a boa constrictor, a few small alligators. Then outside there was a caiman and a nesting pair of alligators. The man gator and then the lady gator was sitting on the nest. And there was a set of. There really wasn't much in the way of skunk ape like materials, right?
There was a nice skunk ape statue out front.
There was a skunk ape statue out front that Stacy enjoyed.
And that's the skunk ape that was out front. I like to keep it classy.
Yeah, that's my wife. That's my wife. So, anyways, being like into cryptozoology and whatnot, they had a pair of tracks, plaster casts of these footprints that were supposedly of the skunk ape, and then there was like a thing, a biography sheet of
Did you
of
say
Lunar.
supposedly?
Supposedly.
Do you not believe that they're skunk ape related?
I believe there's a skunk ape, but I don't think those tracks were skunk ape.
What do you think those tracks were?
I think those tracks were some sort of
gator.
Gator, because I compared them to gator, and they didn't really have the claws, but they were the same configuration. It was 4 toes, so it wasn't 5 toes. I know way too much about this stuff.
How many toes does Bigfoot have?
5, like a human.
What if they had 6, like Annabolium?
Maybe, you know what, if they had 6, I would believe 6, because the Hemingway cats had 6.
What if they had 4
6.
because a gator ate one of their toes?
Yeah, but on each foot, and then they walk around like, what are the odds of that getting the same injury on 2 feet?
My dad fell off a ladder and broke both heels.
Mr. Medeiros, please don't fall off the ladder again.
My dad is hilarious.
Shook the village.
Dave is asking where his owl is. He's waiting for the delivery. So I have an idea. Doug needs to work on his music.
I'm gonna
and maybe some art.
Paint a parakeet.
So I will paint an owl this weekend if
he wants an actual owl.
I can't get you an actual owl, but I will paint you an owl because I love you, and I will figure out a way to ship it to you. Which
how much trouble are you really gonna get in if you grab one of these owls off the road?
A lot. FWC does not fuck around.
Remember
the guy that went into the liquor store with a gator under his arm, and he's I'm going to jail.
He kind of got in trouble. It was a big gator too. It was like
it was like a 4-footer.
Yeah, it was not.
Dave says way too much. I don't know what he's talking about. Way too much. Like, I don't
You're
know that anything can ever be too much. I really think you need
that swimsuit's too much.
Is it? Titties. I did, and we were talking about in the intro, like there's a shot of my ass in the pool that's like, damn, that's all the ass. So if you just looked at my titties and my ass and not the stuff in the middle, and perhaps not the zit on my cheek, I would look pretty hot.
And the rash.
And my rashes.
Always the rash.
My rashes. And rashes everywhere.
There's the constant talking. What?
Who was it that got to mute me today? Oh, our friend Todd Alvey muted me today.
Todd was on FaceTime today.
I love him. He's the best. And then Dave says that Doug and I decided it was alligators, and he is laughing his ass off. I don't know how much ass Dave has to laugh off.
Laughing.
I mean, he certainly has more ass to laugh off than you do.
I don't have any.
Doug has nothing. The legs meet at the top like this.
It's like 2 pencils and a potato, baby. That's what it is.
But it's so funny because, like, in the front,
I'm perfectly normal.
You're kind of like a black man in the front. With like the lips and the and the parts and all the good stuff. And you sing. Oh my God, the man sings like Sam Cooke. It's amazing. But in the back, it's like he's not even a person. It's like he's an alien.
It's like they stopped. You know what? It's like they almost set me as a baby on a belt sander. Like so they laid the belt sander down.
People have no ass problems. So I'm gonna just dip myself in the water and try to get. Hopefully, it will help with my itching. Oh, look at all these fucking bugs.
Yeah, right. I tried to skim it.
Oh, you were skimming the area next to the pool.
I skimmed all of it. No, but there are many bugs.
There are not. There was 1,000.
But it's been kind of rainy. Like it's been rainy today. So I think what happens is the bugs come down from the screen and.
Yeah, they do. They rain down from the
goddamn disaster.
They rain down hellfire in our pool.
Hellfire of bugs.
So what did they have? I was kind of disappointed. So it's like $6 a person, and we got to hold an alligator. We gave her a $10 tip. So it was really $28.
Yeah. Well, my thing is that I was all excited about skunk ape, and then there was really, I probably have more skunk ape material in this house than they did there, and so anyways, I just saw a reels on Dave Shealy. He's doing the skunk ape challenge.
What is that?
Where he takes you out like for a certain amount of time into the woods and looking for the skunk ape.
How much is that?
$10,000.
Does anybody have $10,000 so we can send Doug on this trip?
So like,
if you win Mega Millions tonight, could you possibly send my husband on a skunk ape adventure?
No, I don't want to go on a skunk ape adventure because I think like
because there'd be pythons.
No, not even that. I just thought the idea of cashing in on that was a little bit cashing in, and I was thinking,
so
since, we know Jeff and Jeff knows Dave. I'm like, oh well, maybe I could help him make the skunk ape thing like more robust. Like I could design some exhibits or maybe
why didn't you
pull some stuff together, and I might do it. but at the same time, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way that he was kind of like. And then if he doesn't get any
You're mad
takers,
about. Wait, are you mad with the $10,000? Or are you mad at the
Well,
$6?
a little of both actually.
But like people make like, are you mad at the people in New York?
Nobody in New York made money off that.
They made money. They're
Oh, they
selling
sold
T-shirts
t-shirts.
and books and
Yeah, but that's a
put
goods
signs
and
out
services.
front.
That's not charging.
So
you to
yeah, but
get
they
into
were
a gift
charging
shop.
you to get into the
Yeah.
animal exhibit because there was 2 gators, a croc, some baby gators,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
world's largest reticulated python, and it did not look
Or
happy.
Burmese. I don't know. It was old. It's very old.
It's huge, but it was just basically like in this room, not moving.
So, anyways, I would like, I don't want some bright-eyed skunk ape kid bugging his parents, going down there, and there's no like little to none no skunk ape. Like there's lots of skunk ape things about there's thermal videos, there's all kinds of crazy stuff that you can put together in there. But no, they didn't.
You didn't, so you were disappointed in
Yeah,
this
I was pretty disappointed.
But
in
you
the fact
ended up
that
making friends with Sonia at the end.
because I'm interested in animals and I will talk to anybody. But in contrast, we went to the Cryptozoology Museum in Portland, Maine, which was fantastic. You could buy the plaster casts of the different Bigfoots and things like that. They had information on all the different
but they also
sightings
have a campground where we were.
Yeah, they have a campground. Yeah, so it was like kind of like it for a roadside attraction. It could have been a little better. So I was a little disappointed. Anyway, no big deal.
Anne has chimed in, which is so funny because for a second I thought she was Charlie because Charlie comes in via YouTube. Right. I don't think it would be possible to confuse Anne and Charlie in real life.
One is a
lovely little
lady,
hippie lady,
and the other one is a tall drink of water.
He is a tall something.
It's actually warmer there, Anne. Actually, it was 5 degrees warmer in Massachusetts than it was here today.
But your girl cannot deal with the stickiness and or the bugs, probably and her hives are bothering her.
We got a nice sunset, but you can't see it because we're in the pool.
So I think they can see a little. They see the lights mostly.
Somewhat.
So yeah, it's a little toasty. And I haven't been in the pool since Dave was here, which is like the longest I've ever gone, I think, without going in the pool. I usually go in the pool every day. I haven't been doing well.
I feel bad. I just went on for 20 minutes about the skunk ape thing.
So if anybody wants to go on a skunk ape or Bigfoot adventure with my husband, he would love that. But I don't think, okay, can I ask you a serious question?
Yes.
All right, let's say for the sake of argument, he's like, okay, it's $100 to go on a weekend skunk ape expedition with me.
Yeah.
Everything is provided. Your tent, your food, everything's included. But you got to sleep in the Everglades.
I'm not sleeping in that Everglades.
So you're not going to go on a.
You know why? Because skunk ape will get you.
And also,
snakes will get you.
What kind of snakes?
Copperheads, cottonmouths,
and
rattlesnakes,
and
anacondas.
We just found out about the anacondas. Breeding anacondas in Naples will fuck you up. What about the fucking pythons? There's pythons everywhere down there. You're not even excited about pythons anymore?
Not really, no.
Doug's not excited about pythons anymore. In any case,
I never was really. I'm not a big snake guy, but I am a rattlesnake guy. Rattlesnakes are cool as hell.
I don't even know what to say about that.
You don't know what to say. Say yes, they are, Doug. Why?
Sure.
They're fascinating. They're the only musical animal that provides their own musical instrument.
Tell ya. Wait, the rattlesnake?
A rattlesnake provides his own musical instrument.
Okay,
I don't think there's any other animal in nature.
Lobsters.
That's not an
crabs.
That's not an instrument.
How do you think a rattle is? You can use anything as an instrument if you try hard enough.
Don't I know it?
I just can't even with this one.
So is there, I don't know, is there another, like, as a narwhal, can a narwhal make noise out of his giant tusk? I don't know.
I don't know, but I do need to know. We need 64 animals. And Patrick says he marches to the beat of his own drum.
The rattlesnake.
Oh, get it. Oh, that's funny. You're so cute,
I don't know how a snake is marching though. They kind of slither. Crawl.
Oh my God. Really? This is what we're arguing about?
There's no other animal that has like a frog has like their bulbous throat thing that's kind of like a noise-making device, but not really.
I guess.
But nobody has an appendage that they can make noise with. Yeah, I mean,
If anybody can make noise with their appendage, please send us
Yeah,
a video. You can email those to maritalhate@gmail.com.
yeah. Attention, Stacy. I don't want to see your.
You don't
appendage.
even know how to get into the
I
email.
don't want to see anybody's appendage.
The podcast is primarily my jam. I mean, like, you're here and you
I
do your
tolerate
thing
it.
and
I
you
tolerate
and you add to it.
Yeah,
But
I'm Ed McMahon.
if you don't like something that's said on the podcast, you should probably take it up with me, because Doug, we doesn't offend anyone ever.
Patrick just commented.
Patrick said, "What about the
What about
elephant?"
the elephant. The elephant can make noise, but
Well,
it's not
the
an
elephant might be on
it
our
is
list. You have to
appendage.
talk for a minute because I have to count how many animals we have because we might need more.
That's a tough one because it's not an appendage. The appendage does more than just make the noise, right? It's picks up peanuts, blows water at the zookeeper.
Oh my God, you have to do it.
What?
The peanuts. I flick it and
No,
put it in my.
not
Oh my God,
no,
it's so
that's
funny.
Ridiculous. We have so many inside jokes and so many stories and so many.
That's why we try to
podcasts
involve
share.
them in.
That's a good one, Patrick. I think that could be up there. Yeah. What about a hummingbird? He just hums. That's sort of.
Do they even hum though?
No, they don't. But I think they make the noise of a hum when they're flying, kind of like a bee. Why don't they call it a buzzing bird? Good question. I should just, you know what? Maybe it's time to readdress the naming of stuff.
I feel like a lot of things have been named improperly. For example, one thing that I'm really upset about. Oh, and Patrick raises a very point. Whale songs.
Yeah, but they make songs.
So I think every animal
they
can
don't
make
have an
a
appendage
song.
that is an instrument. Like if their tail
Again,
was a big.
Hit me up with your appendage instrument. He's old. His appendage instrument doesn't
could
make,
go at any day.
It's
folks.
not an instrument.
It could go.
Doesn't make any noise. Just
it doesn't make that noise. It doesn't do that. What are you talking about?
I know, it was funny though.
No, it's not. It's funny to you because I'm over here being embarrassed and by
Are
the
you
whole
embarrassed?
world of my poof. It's not a puff.
Okay, so
Whatever.
we need 64 animals, and so far
You're gonna count 63. Just name some animals.
Okapi.
The okapi is a wimpy animal.
Well,
Cool
I don't know
animal.
what to tell you, but we have
You got to think of a mean animal.
we have 46 animals, and we need 64.
All right.
So we can have our battle of the animals to the
Do
death.
we have a porcupine?
I do enjoy a skin flute, but with like a little less skin, if that makes any
Than
sense. Like,
originally.
not that there's anything wrong with having an uncircumcised part. You do you, but I like one with just a little less skin. Just take off that amuse bouche and give it to Sandra Bullock for a facial. She put circumcised foreskin on her face.
Who doesn't?
I'm learning things about my husband
I don't
every
know.
day. A musical appendage would be lovely. Oh my God, it's Jen. I'm starting to confuse Jen and Patrick. That's what
Oh,
happens when you've been
well,
together for a long, long
Yeah,
time.
well, that's the thing. 'Cause
I can't
in
wait
your-
to see
in your
Jen wear my
mind-
wedding dress.
Yeah,
Put a ring on
exactly.
it. Okay. So I have 46 animals. I need
Do
64.
that porcupine.
I don't know if porcupine is on here.
Poison dart frog.
I think poison dart frog is on here.
What about the eye?
That's not on here. Okay, poison dart frog.
Or you know what? Maybe the slow loris. He'll just be so slow that people will get bored and then
Slow
win.
loris. How do you spell that?
LORIS.
Okay. Subtly, a lost art. We don't do subtle
No,
around
not
here.
this.
Are you? It's like we've never met.
Yeah, Birdie.
You used to be my best friend. Okay.
I just told the bird to shut up and he shut up. For
Is
a
it?
second. I
That's
felt
what you
bad.
had it out with
I
the
felt bad.
cat. That you have it out with the Cuban tree frogs all the time. You tell them to shut up.
Yeah.
Dave was all excited about him. Okay, so it's a slow Lori.
Loris.
Loris. Poison dark frog, porcupine.
Yeah.
Okay. I need
Pangolin.
pangolin. I need some more. Are any of these animals even remotely aggressive?
Yeah, I think. Well, but they do, some of them are aggressive and some of them have protective armor. pangolin has a protective armor.
Do we have polar bear on here?
Polar bear should be thing 1.
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I put the liger on. I feel like being like misbred would make you angry.
Oh, absolutely. What about that?
Why are we naming animals? Okay, the reason we're naming animals is we're doing like
Who's
like,
the toughest animal?
Yeah, but we're
contest?
gonna do a grid,
Like a
the
final
grid, like
four.
the final 4 kind of grid, but with all the animals to see which the toughest animal is. You can only name actual animals that exist, not extinct animals, actual animals that exist, and we will make the case for each animal and debate them because that's how fucking dorky we are.
I have an
kind of like Noah's Ark.
I have an entrance.
Risa is here. Go ahead.
Lisa,
What's up?
A musk ox.
Musk ox.
Yeah. Oh, and I have another one. It's a bird, which is
we only
very
need
dangerous.
We only need like 10 more.
All right, cassowary.
How do you even spell that?
Cassowary. Cassowary.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 9 more.
9 more. You want 9 more animals?
Guys, 9 animals that are not on the list. Black lion is on the list already. Black Widow may,
because we had one of those giant jungle spiders. What are those things called?
Camel spider?
Yeah, whatever that big thing is.
Oh, hang on. I'm still trying to think. There's some really good ones on here. Cassowary, silverback. Is a silverback on here? I think that was early in. Yeah. Just so you know, we had talked about this the other day.
So we're just playing catch up.
Wait, where's the silverback is on the list already. Anaconda's on the list already. Black Widow.
Tick was on the list.
I don't know if tick was.
I think we put it on there.
A flea was. Somebody said
mosquito.
Flea.
It could just have malaria and bite.
Oh, you know what I'm fucking putting on this list? Die. Mosquito, armadillo.
Any kind of illos. Can never have enough O's.
Mosquito.
Oh, warthog.
We already have warthog, but good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if rhino is already on here yet.
Well, we have rhino and hippo. We think that hippo might actually be tougher, but
I'm hoping that we end up in a hippo versus rhino battle. Hippo,
rhino.
Rhino is on the list. Octopus is not on the list.
I think you might want to go giant squid. You might want to rethink that. Well, giant squid is giant.
Giant
squid. I'm sorry, it's a colossal squid.
Colossal squid.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet, 40 feet long, something like that. It's huge. Eat sperm whales by the face.
Squid. Okay. So, so that's 47, 40, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, I need 4 more animals. Salamander. I'm going salamander, cougar, mountain lion.
Gila monster. Gila monster.
Okay. Lion. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully we have a duplicate somewhere.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll put the thing up.
Well, we're gonna have to start it now because we just have to go down the list. But I feel like there's a duplicate of something here. Gila monster. I'm gonna take out. I feel like lion and tiger are already here.
Oh my!
All right, I'm gonna take out. Oh, Black Widow's already on here, so perfect.
The widow.
So the Black Widow is already on here. We are now at 64.
Oh, I don't know if this counts.
Oh wait, mountain lion. What was the other one? Oh, I'm gonna go salamander.
What the hell is a salamander gonna do?
All right, well, give me one of those: burrowing owl, condor, or salamander.
Burrowing owl, condor, salamander. Fisher cat was already on there. I would go. Well, condors are.
I'm going burrowing owl.
Are pretty rare now, so we might want to put that in.
All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. We have 64. If we find a duplicate, I'll duplicate.
Might kill a.
Oh, see, look at this. Lion is already in there, so we can put one of those others. Regular lion, mountain, burrowing owl. I'll put that in there.
I don't know if you guys have read the news recently, but in the permafrost in Siberia, they have unearthed this 46,000-year-old worm It's like a ringworm of something, like 46,000, but it lay dormant. They pulled it out and brought it to life. 46,000-year-old thing just brought back to life. I'm putting that in there because we don't know what the hell that thing's gonna do. We don't know if that's gonna affect the whole goddamn world.
Okay.
Talk about your goddamn pandemic.
So
This worm from 40,000 years ago. You know what? 40,000 years ago.
what are
40,000
so
years
what
ago.
what about your penis? What?
That thing was alive. Why are you looking at my penis?
Because you said it was a worm
A
alive.
worm that was 40,000 years old.
That's
They brought it
just
back
like
to
your
life. It
penis.
lay dormant through the whole Christ thing, like all through the world wars. It lay there dormant.
I do not personally have a wild boar. There may or may not be one on the list. We have 64 items. Eagle or hawk, I believe, are on it. Risa says, what could go wrong? Drop it in the tequila. Well, we would both get drunk. And P.S. Doug had one of those canned margaritas when we went to the lunch in the Everglades, and he
When
was
in Rome.
oh my god, it was so cute. He was passed out in the back seat. It was strong though. He had 2 margaritas, which means he will spread his legs. I should have bought you another one.
I was not laying down.
It was only one drink, by the way, but it was also like very strong. You were leaning on the window.
I was tired. I'm an old man. I'm an old
That's
white
true.
man.
And Anne says, Doug, I actually saw where they dug up relics in Antarctica that go back a long time.
They didn't revive them though. I think they found them, but they didn't revive
They're
them.
talking about are they talking about like breeding a woolly mammoth or some shit like that?
Yeah, that's the coolest
Don't fuck
thing
with nature.
ever.
Okay, while we talk about not fucking with nature, we're
Coolest
gonna
thing ever.
start the battle. I will do the grid tonight so that it's ready for Monday, but let's start some of the battles because this is gonna get going. Yes, mosquitoes, Dave, are already on the list. We have 64 animals.
Pay attention, Dave.
So if we get to a point where I have a duplicate animal, which is likely, you can chime in then.
We're gonna hire a proofreader off of
Well, if I had sat down and done this, but
off Indeed.
I've been busy with solving the world's problems, providing emotional support, and itching my fucking ass off. So bear with me. Okay, so round one is pregnant honey badger.
I don't know why it needs to be pregnant, but go ahead.
I don't know. Versus warthog.
Warthog.
A honey badger does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And if she's pregnant, she's going to be extra ornery. What is a warthog going to do? Sing a Kuna Matata?
It's got warts though. Like nobody wants to go near anything with a wart.
I've seen some of the women you've dated. I'm not going to name any names. Oh my God, Dave, I'm going to kill you. Goat, we have 64 fucking animals.
All right. Wait, you have to make the announcement. Animal suggestions are now closed.
Animal suggestions are closed. We will talk about it later. And Anne says, I think they're talking about bringing them back to life. Yes, they're talking about bringing them back to life. Stop fucking with nature. I don't know who David Sayer is, but David, I'm glad you're here. We're about, how do we know?
I don't know David, no.
David, it looks like David, is it possible that he's in Jeeper? I don't know how I know you, David, but I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're laughing. Let us know how we know you. Okay, yeah, how do I know you? Oh my God. Fuck you, Dave. Flea Lava could be on the next list, but we have 64. Okay.
I had to take
pregnant honey badger or the warthog? I'm going honey badger. Anybody? Does anybody have any?
Maybe we need to pull up pictures of these
arguments versus the honey badger versus the warthog. What do you think in a battle? He just keeps going. He's just fucking naming shit. I'm gonna make you watch Excision and Halloween 3 the next time you come to visit, and maybe when we're done, I'm gonna make you listen to my singing. He did say murder hornets, which is a good guess. That was a good one. We're full up on animals. What do you guys think? Pregnant honey badger or warthog? So what do you think? By the way, this might be the perfect setup. I can rest my arms on both sides. Honey badger is
ornery. I need to see pictures of these, please.
Oh my God. Will you pull up the, where's your phone?
My phone's up there.
You're leaving an awful lot of work for me.
A warthog. Just pull up a warthog.
You don't know what a warthog looks like? Does anybody have any thoughts about what would win in a fight, a warthog or a honey badger that's pregnant? That is a warthog. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. He's so cute.
Show him to me.
So cute.
Warthog. All right. Yeah. Okay. Honey badger, maybe. All right,
oh my God. Lyme disease. Oh, that's how we know each other. What a wonderful way to know you. And by the way, ticks are on our list of the battle of the animals. And fuck that stupid disease. Except it's brought me some lovely people, and I'm so glad you're here, David. And Patrick says hog, and Risa says, oh wait, Patrick. I think Patrick's saying the warthog would win in the two.
That's what he's saying.
He
but
looks
Risa,
so happy.
Voice of reason comes in here. She's the voice
the
of
honey
Risa.
Badger, unless she was super pregnant.
Let's pull up the honey badger.
Oh my god. You know, it would be helpful if you did some part of this.
I'm in a pool. What am I supposed to do?
I'm also in a pool.
Well,
that is a honey badger.
Honey badger. No, yeah. Hold it up to the folks.
That's a honey badger.
I'm
going honey badger.
I think I gotta go warthog.
Exactly. You don't mess with the pregnant thing. Dave says Tasmanian devil at it. If I have a duplicate, you can pick it. Okay.
Tasmanian devil is essentially just a smaller.
So
warthog.
wait a second. So right as we know right now, I say honey badger. Risa says honey badger. Anne is saying don't mess with a pregnant mama. So I'm going that Anne says honey badger. So that's 3. You and Patrick say hog.
Hogs are nasty. That thing's got tusks. You can throw them in the air.
Going once. Right now, it's 3-2 honey badger warthog. Somebody weigh in.
Science is going into this.
You have 10 seconds up. David says honey badgers are mean. Okay, so does a honey badger take your vote? So we have a 3-2 leading off with the honey badger 3-2. Get your votes in. Patrick says honey badgers are a bitch. Yeah. Okay, it's 3-2.
Right, we'll go honey badger.
No, he's saying they're a bitch. Honey, he's saying it's a bitch. Like it's, so it's a bitch. Like it can get slapped around. Like it would not do well in a fight. But it's still 3-2. Unless David is voting honey badger. 3-2.
We need to do research.
I'm doing a 10-second countdown.
I want to do research on it.
Okay, well, we can always rebattle if you can figure it out. Oh, and Patrick says Jen is on my side. She has a phone. This is not a mail-in ballot. What are you talking about? Oh, David says, okay, I'm going to give you Jen. I'm going to trust you with your mail-in ballot, but I don't like that. So it's 4. David, see, look, cooties. 3 in favor of the honey badger.
Fine.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is the honey badger. Okay, wait. The dog does not get a vote unless the dog is willing to fight one of these animals.
Oh.
What?
I would like to see the dog fight an animal.
We're not going to let their little...
No, I want to see the dog fight something.
It's a little Jack Russell Terrier. It's not going to fight anything. Maybe Frasier. Okay, our new battle is hippo versus boar.
Hippo all day.
I think hippo all day. Does anybody debate?
No, it's not up for debate.
Oh my God, Dave! No more fucking animals. He says blowfish. Patrick says recount. And she said she's mine. She'll fight anyone. And he's talking about this little adorable little dog that they like feed with a fork. Like they love that dog so much. Some people have children and some people have dogs. The ones who have dogs are smarter. They're just cheaper. Yeah, Risa says hippo. If no one has any arguments.
12 versus 1 hippo all the way.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the hippo.
Suggest an animal again.
I'm gonna punch him in. I'm gonna rip his face. I will slap your face off your face. Okay. Now we have. Oh,
wait, somebody commented. You missed a comment.
Rainbow.
This nice soft oily trout is gonna win.
Why don't you come back? There's flights right now, round trip for like 165. I'm just saying.
You'll be here in 3.5 hours.
You could be here and like just stay, just live here.
You never know when it's gonna lightning.
We have a guest room.
It did lightning this morning.
Yeah, it was like stormy all day.
The moon's out tonight though.
You would miss it. And yesterday it was like a monsoon. Like there was that side wind.
The sideways wind.
Heavy winds yesterday. It wasn't good. And like Dave's favorite sound is the afternoon, the daily afternoon thunderstorm alert that we get. It's funny. Okay, so at special request of Charlie, we have the black Maine lion or the fruit bat.
The fruit bat.
If the fruit bat has rabies.
These are all things you have to take into consideration.
And rainbow trout, fuck you. Tadpole, fuck you. Okay.
I don't think
So-
the class is listening to the teacher.
Black maned lion or the fruit bat? I'm just saying.
Fruit bat.
I'm going fruit bat.
Because it's got rabies?
I think it could have rabies, and the lion is just like, we saw a lion at the zoo the other day,
They're
and it's
pretty
nuts.
lazy.
I'm telling you,
So-
that little fucker was there, and his nuts were just like, they were
Well,
like hanging off to the side. They were just like,
sometimes
he
they
had
hang
some
off the
low
side.
hanging balls
Sometimes they
hanging
hang
out
off
the
side.
side.
Oh, yeah.
And a fruit bat with rabies comes along and is like,
bites him in the balls.
"Ooh," bites him in the balls, and the
rabies
black,
balls.
he dies.
It's over. All right,
He
so
dies.
here's my other
No
reason.
goddamn grasshoppers.
Here's my other. If he said chocolate covered grasshopper, that would have been a little funny.
Okay, so does the fruit bat win?
So fruit bat wins, and I'll tell you why. The male lion only fights other male lions. He doesn't fight for food. He's not a predator. Fruit bat likes fruit, nice as you please, but that motherfucker will bite you in the goddamn neck.
Risa says the lion wins because the fruit bat eats fruit. Except if the fruit bat has rabies, it goes crazy and eats lion's nuts.
Fruit bat.
It might think it's fruit.
Fruit bat.
They were like
lion's
little berries.
nuts is like a ripe peach. Bites into that ripe peach, and that lion's not gonna fuck with the fruit bat. I'm sorry.
Doug likes to bite into my red peach. We'll do that after the podcast. Dave says woodchuck. If you want a fucking woodchuck, go to Berkeley. And you know where to go. Patrick says moth, and he's cracking me up.
I think he's going the other way. The least tough.
We'll get there. Okay,
versus
wait.
a moth.
So
I don't know if you know.
Risa is the only person that thinks that the lion is going to beat the
everybody
fruit
thinks
bat.
the lion is so tough, but I'm telling
you, fruit bat.
the fruit bat's
2
gonna
to
bite
1,
him right in
Lisa.
the balls.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is a tough one. This could be a debate that rages for days. American crocodile
Ooh.
versus anaconda.
I gotta go anaconda on that.
I think
American crocodile is small. They don't get that big. They don't get as big as the anaconda.
Okay, well, while you guys make your arguments and type that shit up, alligator or American crocodile versus anaconda. I gotta tell you, if it was anaconda versus gator, I'd go anaconda.
Yeah.
But freaking crocs are angry.
Crocs are nasty. You don't want to mess with a croc. But at the same time, I think the anaconda. Well, that's a tough call.
I'm gonna do a little research while we talk about this, but I do want to point out that Risa thinks my boobies have blue feet. No, they don't have blue feet. They're old.
They stick out about a foot.
But they're not. They don't have blue feet. That's weird. Patrick saw that movie. Was there I know that there was like
what?
Lake Placid versus Anaconda, which Lake Placid was.
That was an
was that a croc or an alligator?
Yeah.
It was a gator. So I don't even know what to say about that. Trout. I'm going to take a trout and shove it up your ass.
Sideways, like the wrong way.
Patrick says pink flamingo. I will also. You know what? Pink flamingo. Oh my God! Let's make a sex toy that's shaped like a flamingo.
Okay, let's get on that in our prototype lab.
No, think about it though, because if
let me get my 3D printer.
Well, we could get a 3D printer. We could go to the store and get one. Oh, incidentally, we got $50 in hotel points.
Oh.
Thank you to your wife for playing the credit card game.
So now I can have that affair that I've been looking to have at the Red Roof Inn.
Or the Red Roof Inn in Mansfield.
Mansfield and surrounding area.
Doug has to fly back to Massachusetts and deal with a financial and legal matter, and he needed a hotel for it. You may have heard me say that I have been playing the points game with the credit cards, and I just got $50 toward his hotel. Well, I paid for the hotel already, but they give me $50 back. So it'll take $50.
All works.
And I'm very excited about the points. So I'm just saying that if you had a sex toy that was shaped like a flamingo, look, go up there. That'll get your G-spot right there. See? G-spot. And if you had feathers, it'd be like tickly. Just saying.
I don't know what
sex toys
are into.
Listen, we don't judge you. Okay, so back to the anaconda versus American crocodile.
Full grown.
What are your votes, people?
As much as we saw the crocodile last week. That thing is nasty. You cannot even reason with that thing. Alligator's got a face. Crocodile does not have a face. It's just teeth and anger and hate. But I'll go anaconda because I think the anaconda could wrap it
Let me just tell you this right now. I Googled that shit. A crocodile would beat an anaconda in a fight. A fully grown crocodile is simply too big and strong for an anaconda
They're
to
probably
kill.
talking about a Nile crocodile, not an American crocodile.
Even in an ambush situation, the anaconda would struggle to wrap enough of its body around the crocodile to inhibit its movement and crush it.
So crocodile just bites it in half.
Patrick votes for the flea. There is going to be a flea at some point.
What has the bass player for the Chili Peppers got to do with anything?
I think he has put
Give
his
it away
anaconda
now.
in some places. He wouldn't. Okay, they go on further, by the way. Moreover, I love to say moreover.
Moreover,
It's one of my favorite. I love to say if you've ever gotten an email from me, it probably says moreover. And it's like, I hope you're doing well. Moreover, however, furthermore, is there a gnat? Sort of. There is a no-see-em on the
yeah,
list.
his
We'll
name
get
is
there.
Patrick.
Okay,
and he keeps
moreover-
suggesting animals after the deadline.
Moreover, the anaconda attacks head first, meaning its most vulnerable part of the body is going to be right near the strongest pair of jaws and teeth in the world. A crocodile will probably bite straight into an anaconda's head and kill it instantly, or just keep biting and tearing it until the anaconda dies. It's possible the anaconda could kill a crocodile in the right circumstances. Uh-huh.
A canoe.
Anne was going to go anaconda. I thought this was going to be a hotly tested debate. It's possible the anaconda could kill the crocodile in the right circumstances, but the dizzying power and speed of a crocodile could end the fight in seconds rather than the minutes the anaconda needs, because the anaconda wraps around you and
And
suffocates you
yeah.
to death, and then
Takes
it
a lot of
swallows
energy.
you.
Yeah.
So I'm also I'm sticking with the anaconda, the crocodile.
Well, I don't think the internet doesn't lie.
Well, the internet does lie.
No, internet never lies.
It does lie, but I'm going with the crocodile. What do you say?
All right, I'm going with the internet too. I would have totally thought it was anaconda, but they bring up some good points, so they have swayed me. Internet court has swayed.
And I ruined it for Anne because there is no anaconda. Patrick wants to know about the new,
GNU.
and maybe a goose.
Well,
I will goose you when I
believe
see you.
I believe the GNU is
Enough.
related to the muskox, which we already have. So.
Or a flying squirrel. A flying squirrel is another
and a
good guess.
fruit
But
bat.
I think,
I mean, like you already got fruit bat.
since
so.
I have no one chiming in, I'm calling Anne's vote a half vote because she may have changed her mind given the new information. I'm going that the American crocodile.
USA.
Okay, here's the next one.
You know what's making America great again? That goddamn crocodile beating the anaconda. That's what's doing it.
Okay,
Don't need
so
a red hat for that.
tick,
Oh,
or an algae bloom.
tick all day.
I'm going tick. I'm going tick.
Takes a fucking blood meal.
Just
how
'cause of my-
badass is that thing?
Just because of my personal experience with it.
Algae bloom. He sounds so nice.
No, but an algae
I'm
bloom
gonna
can fuck up an entire species.
I'm going to wrap
But I
my
don't know
arms around
what
you.
circumstance in which
Because
an
I'm an
algae
algae
bloom, like if a tick goes in an algae bloom, it's going to give that fucker Lyme disease and it's going to suffer for the rest of its life. David, yeah, you can't. If somebody's got a disease resulting from an animal, you kind of have to
might take this whole thing.
give them double take for everything.
It might take all 6.
Tick, yeah, it could possibly take it. So we're going tick. Okay, I don't know what this specific chimp is, but I will say this:
the bonobo chimp,
the Bonda chimp.
Oh, the Bondi ape. Yes,
the Bondi
ape. Yeah.
Is it a Bondi ape?
It's like a 6 foot tall chimp. You don't want to mess with it.
Versus the Fisher cat.
Bondi ape all day.
Anybody?
It's not gonna. I mean, Fisher cat might be mean for
we had one in our driveway that was like lunging at us.
Yeah, you don't want to mess
and
with them.
Hissy.
But
it was in Bedford.
A chimp will rip that thing's face off and then glue it back on and then eat it again.
But they are not. Aren't they vegetarians?
What? Chimps?
Chimps?
No, they'll kill. Chimps are the only other species that will kill on purpose and have.
Does anybody have an opinion on the chimp versus Bondo ape? Is it called Bondo ape?
The Bondi ape.
Oh, a Bondi ape. I'm calling it the Bondo ape.
It might be a Bondo ape. No, I think it is a Bondo.
Oh,
ape.
Anne says the Fisher cat.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Anne.
I don't have a.
You're
dog
wrong,
in
Anne.
this
We're gonna
fight.
send a Bondo ape to your house.
Okay.
Look at the Bondo ape.
Who would win?
Oh, do you think all these pairs are paired up on the internet?
They might be. All I know is that I really wish Tracy was here because she would be freaking Googling shit so fast. She Tracy says a bondage ape. I'm married to one of those. Bondage ape.
I'm a bondage ape. How am I a bondage ape?
Sometimes you spank me if I ask.
I throw poop at you.
If I ask repeatedly.
In a sexual situation?
If I say spank me and you're like, no, that's rude. And I'm like, no, fucking spank me.
Terrible.
Pull my hair. And you're like, oh. And I'm like, no, harder. I top from the bottom. What are you gonna do? What?
I will
He's a
throw
nice
poo
guy.
at you in a sexual manner.
There's no sexual manner of throwing poo. We are not German.
There goes
so
our
many
German
things
audience.
to say.
Marital, hey,
Maybe
let's
offend-
watch.
we
Let's
offend-
watch this. It
We
sounds
apologize
good.
to any Germans that we may have offended.
The Marital
Okay.
is on.
So, who would in a fight, a
They don't have the
Bondo
Germans.
ape or a
That was my best German
Fisher?
accent. I can't help you.
I will say this: if you have encountered a Fisher cat, I could see why you would think
they're
like they're
very
fucking vicious.
honey badger-esque. But that chimp is going to grab it by the tail.
All right, so this is the closest thing that they've got. Who would in a fight win that the internet has?
Yeah.
And Patrick says, I've been up since 4 a.m. Good night, you guys. Love you. We love you even more. Get some sleep.
Drink some nice warm milk, Patrick. Sure
Give your lady friend her phone so she can vote.
Yeah.
And we'll
sleepy pants.
I'm not really keeping tally. Oh, that's what I should be doing, is keeping tally, because then if anybody wants to change their votes. Okay, so let's go back. The warthog, how many do we have? We had 4 versus 3.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hippo was, everybody was like unanimous 5. Okay, black maned lion versus fruit bat. I think we had wins. Like one black lion, and then it was like 3. American crocodile, I think we had like 4 for that.
That was a lively debate.
Anaconda 1. This is actually easier. All right. So keep discussing the Fisher cat versus Bondo ape. Oh, I found an article. That's what I was going to share with you guys. This is really interesting. I don't know how the internet works. Like, I don't go on QR often, but it says, who would win in a fight between a cat and a monkey? So there's a question, and then it says, what are the best ways to make extra money if you hate people? I don't know. Maybe fight animals to the death. And then so of course people had this conversation, but this is a QR discussion. They may chase a cat or ignore it, but they will not injure it.
This is for like a helping hands monkey. Like if you have a helping hands monkey.
Do you think Bondo apes are particularly angry?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're Bondo apes. There's like 8 of them in the world.
Does anybody know what a Bondo ape is?
Poached. They lost. They had bad PR because they lost out to the more friendlier regular.
Okay, so on the Bondo ape, I think we have a 1-1 because I don't have an opinion on this one.
We'll have to table that.
So it's currently tied. We're gonna have to come back to that one. And what I'll do is I'll get this all like written up and then online, and then people can continue to add their votes. Nobody wanted the boar versus the hippo, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, crocodile, tick versus algae bloom. That was basically 5-0.
Is an algae bloom an animal though?
Yeah, I mean it's alive. Fisher cat, Bondo ape are still tied. Okay, here's one. Hang on. Komodo dragon.
Yeah. Oh, you have my attention.
Versus my vagina.
It's not an animal.
Yes, it is.
No, we're not. Your Komodo dragon is not fighting your vagina. Your vagina is not an animal. And if he was going to fight you, that was one thing, because you as a whole are an active thing.
So you're saying that my vagina, what if it had teeth?
Still, it's not an animal. It's not its own thing.
So I have to replace it with one of the 300 animals that Dave named?
Yeah, like trout.
Dave, give us one of your, Dave said woodchuck.
Trout about 4 times.
Oh, okay. So Komodo dragon versus
rainbow trout.
Ow. Something's biting me.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs out here tonight.
There's an ant on your thing. They're always the ones that get you.
I'm looking across the top of this.
Yeah, we're swimming in ants. Okay, so Dave said woodchuck. I'm putting woodchuck. Oh, sorry, trout. Trout versus Komodo dragon. Is there anyone who thinks that the trout can beat the Komodo dragon? Can you possibly make a good answer? And Anne says she can't find a good answer. Yeah, I think that the jury will be out on that one for a while. We may have to do some more research and discuss it further. We're only getting through round 1 today anyway. Even if we get that it's already 9 o'clock. So I think we can safe to say that most people think that the Komodo dragon will beat the trout. Okay. Here's one. My cooking or your dad jokes.
It's not an animal. Ugh. If you want to have just
Doug says they're not animals.
Every night.
So I'm going to put in.
Why would you put that in?
The
woodchuck? You're not taking this seriously.
As Dave had requested.
Not being serious.
And Patrick says, I'm going to take a Patrick animal. Oh, Tasmanian devil. I'm going
Oh
with that.
yeah. That's good.
Tasmanian
Devil.
devil versus a woodchuck. I'm going Tasmanian
Oh,
devil.
Tasmanian devil all day.
Anybody? Any opinions on the Tasmanian devil versus a woodchuck? I'm going.
Although I think they could learn to be friends.
Okay, here's one for you.
Okay.
Grizzly bear versus polar bear. I'm going polar bear all day.
Polar bear. Yeah.
Polar bear all day. A polar bear tried to eat me once. It's fucking terrible. David says dad jokes are awesome, especially if you're the dad. You know, David, I liked you.
Oh, David, I
liked you. I thought we were going to be friends. I was like, here's my new Lyme disease friend, David. We're going to be besties. And then you encourage him to tell dad jokes.
No, good.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, go ahead, Doug. Tell your dad joke to David so he can tell his friend and his wife's vagina can shrivel up too. I'm sorry, but dad jokes make my vagina go like.
What happened when 50 Cent got hungry? What happened when 50 Cent got hungry?
What?
58. 58.
David agrees with the polar bear. He has mildly redeemed himself. Do not laugh at his awful.
I think he was laughing at your vagina,
jokes.
like most people.
No one laughs at my vagina. My vagina is delightful. It'll hiss at you if it doesn't like you. Okay, you're not gonna appreciate this one.
What's that?
Well, the next one I said, and you're gonna be like, "That's not an animal."
It's probably not an animal.
But I would disagree with you. Nile crocodile versus Nancy Pelosi.
Nile crocodile.
Doug's cooking against what? Oh, no, it was my cooking against Doug's dad jokes, but he made me pull it off the list, so I pulled it off the list. So I guess, do I have to pull Nancy Pelosi off too?
Just substitute it with tadpole.
Okay, I think Nancy.
Nile crocodile versus tadpole is funny.
Well, okay, sure. Nile crocodile versus tadpole is funny, but I think that Nancy Pelosi is far more ferocious than either. So I'm getting bit tonight.
Yeah, I'm getting bit. I think we should wrap this up because I'm freezing.
It's only 9 o'clock.
I'm freezing.
All right,
and we're
so tadpole, Nile crocodile.
Tadpole,
Anybody think
Nile
that the
crocodile.
tadpole is going to win? Can you find a scenario in which a tadpole would win? What if the tadpole got together with a bunch of its tadpole friends and jammed up the nostrils of the Nile crocodile while it wasn't paying attention?
I think he probably Nile crocodile is just so like badass that he could just squish all of the things in his nostrils.
Do you think he would just go
blow them out?
Like he would go achoo and sneeze them out. Incidentally, my friend Darcy, one of her kids today, shoved a rock up her nose. She got it out. My youngest, and David agrees with me about Nancy. Not my youngest child, my daughter Anastasia actually put a bead in her nose when she came in our room. And she's like, "There's a bee in our nose. There's a bee in my nose." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure. There's a bee in your nose. Buzz, buzz." No, it was a bead. And when she sneezed, it came out, and she thought it was so funny and it was so cute. She's such a cute kid. I hope she is doing well. Miss her very, very much. What is going on here? Oh, sweet baby Jesus on a cross.
Wow.
So I hit the voice to text button and just started adding a bunch of random beads and yeah. So I think we're going. Well, we're gonna have to go at least 2 on that. I don't really know. Anne says she actually really likes to joke.
See, it's 50 Cent.
Seriously, Anne, you're like one of my favorite people in the whole world. You were here and now you're here.
Now I'm up here because I'm
funny. Encourage him.
I'm funny up here.
Terrible. Okay, so rhino.
Yep.
Silverback.
Rhino versus silverback. Oh, that's tough.
If you have ever played Donkey Kong, you will know that the silverback rides the rhino.
Yeah, I think silverback is king of the jungle. I don't care about
silverback or rhino. What do you guys think? Okay, so I'm gonna Google it just to see if the internet has any answers.
I think the rhino is like pretty passive. Who
would win in a fight?
I think the silverback could just hit him right on the back of the spine and break his spine, and that's the end of rhino. And then pick his teeth with the horn. That's what
I will tell you. You can Google this shit. These items have been discussed before. A rhino would absolutely annihilate a silverback.
No way.
That's what it says.
Silverback is the king.
Let's get further into the article. What are the best? Once again, what are the best ways to make money if you hate people? An actual fight would never take place in the wild unless there was something really wrong with one or the both of the animals. Gorillas aren't aggressive animals unless you do something to provoke them, and almost no animal in its right mind would attack a rhino. Rhinos, on the other hand, still wouldn't attack a gorilla. Like gorillas, they are usually docile unless provoked. Unless the gorilla got too close and to the rhino or a rhino calf, and almost all animals instinctively know if you get too close to another animal, they will have a fight or flight response. Even if a gorilla were to have what?
The mange.
No, I lost my spot. And even if a gorilla were that stupid, then it would simply unlikely end in bloodshed because no gorilla in its right mind would stand its ground against a rhino. And once the apes started running away, the rhino would see that it got the message and let it get away. Animals don't waste energy chasing and killing something for no reason.
This is far
And believe
too
me when I
reasonable.
say the gorilla stands its ground against a rhino is going to die. So
No, I don't believe it.
Anne is apologizing to me for liking dad jokes. Sorry, kiddo, but I still like strange old jokes. It can't be an old joke if it's about 50 Cent. 50 Cent
When's
is
the last
like,
time he put out anything?
I don't know, like an hour ago. You should check your legs for bugs because
I'm dying. My legs are itching, and
if you put them in,
bugs off of me.
if you put them in the chlorine, it'll get better. Maybe we should have ran our crab around. Okay, so I am going rhino on that. Doug is going what?
I'm going silverback on it.
One
I love me some silverback.
silverback, one rhino. Do you all have any votes on this one? Because it is still out in the time. This is one that's weird. Scolpendra giganta.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that was. I might have to make another one up.
Oh, I think it was a giant millipede or something.
Oh, a giant millipede versus a camel spider.
I gotta go spider on that one. I don't even know how they fight. I gotta go 8 legs over 100 legs.
I don't have a vote on that. So you're going with this camel spider.
Yeah, why not? I don't know what the camel spiders do, but
Okay. Blowfish already on the list versus botfly.
Ooh.
I'm going botfly. A botfly, if you're not familiar with this, a botfly lands on you and burrows in your skin. It looks like a pimple, and the horses get them, and you push it out, and it like comes out like a zit. But it's a fly that burrows into your fucking skin. Very common for horses, particularly in Texas. Yeah. So okay, wait. Do you want botfly or blowfish?
I gotta go botfly because it carries diseases.
So we're going botfly on that one. Again, I will be working on the list. I don't even fucking know what this is. Okay, so the next battle is boa constrictor versus wombat.
Oh,
I don't even know what a wombat is.
wombat's like a big guinea pig kind of, like a kind of a big groundhog. Is a wombat.
So the boa constrictor is going to win that all day.
I gotta full grown, yeah, full grown versus full grown, yeah.
This is so cute. Look how cute little wombat. Just a cute little wombat. It's so cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wombat's
he's losing.
toast.
David's with us on the botfly. Yeah, David and I have learned our lesson with bugs. Okay, so we're going boa constrictor on the wombat boa constrictor fight. Okay, vampire bat
Blah.
versus empire penguin.
Emperor penguin.
Penguin.
Vampire bat versus emperor.
I'm
penguin.
gonna go with the vampire bat. It
I
has
think I'm gonna
vampire
go
in it.
bat. Yeah.
I'm going vampire bat. If anybody has any choices,
A bat can fly. Emperor penguin just looks there, sits there, stands there.
it's
and
too
looks
busy
regal.
standing on its
It's like 4 feet tall.
It's
though.
too busy standing on
But
its
yeah.
goddamn egg.
Vampire bat.
David says yes, ma'am. I will just tell you this right now. If you call me ma'am, I'm gonna rip your arms off and beat you with them.
Don't listen to her.
I'm not old enough to be a ma'am. Okay, maybe I am, but like make me feel better. Just make me feel better. Call me anything else. Anything. Then
All
call me the C word. I don't give a shit. Okay. Carp.
Carp.
I don't know what this says because I was typing things as you guys said them.
What's
Palm dew bug.
Palm dew bug.
Palmetto bug.
Palmetto bug. Versus what? What was the thing?
A carp.
A carp.
I think the palmetto.
Carp eats. Well, carp's mouth is on the bottom.
I'm going palmetto bug. Those
I'm
things
going
are
carp.
fucking gross.
Well,
Anybody carp versus buttle? Okay, young lady. Ooh, I like that.
carp. Oh, hello.
Would you like to call me little girl? What is wrong with me?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
It's only funny because I'm old.
It is.
If I was like 16 and calling you daddy, that would be creepy
That
as
would be
fuck.
very like
Okay.
Daddy's Dairy and Braintree. Can we wrap this up? Because I'm really cold. And
Doug
tired,
is
and I'm
cold. It's
cranky.
6:15.
6:15.
Ann says, Stacy, that's disgusting. I've never heard of a bot fly.
Yeah, it's
I
bad.
go with the fly. Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube.
It's
If you
not
want me to
good.
send you a video, I will.
Yeah.
David is going with the carp. So
See,
we
I
have
think
2 votes for the carp.
I think that because if that palmetto bug drops in the water and the carp thinks it's like some popcorn that some kids are feeding it, it's gonna eat it. Just suck it up like a vacuum.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Doug wants to wrap up because we were getting eaten alive. I don't know why. It's because there's all these bugs fucking floating in the pool.
Yeah.
Doug wants to get out because we're getting eaten alive, and he doesn't like carp. Doug is carp with you, David. We will continue this on Monday. Hopefully by Monday I have the grid all made up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
We
even
can
work
do a
on the
little
grid
research.
over the. Well, no, I mean you can research your
Yeah,
animals
you
and
research it, people.
up until we get to the point where we have finalized round 1, you can vote.
Yeah.
Right. So right now we're still on round 1. We're bringing 64 down to a half. There's still some animals left. I will get round 1 out as soon as I can. Maybe I'll work on that tonight. We'll do our fantasy animal grid.
Final 4.
Perhaps you will win. Maybe we could have some sort of prize.
A free trip to the Skunk Ape Museum in the Everglades.
Yeah, free trip to the skunk. And when I say free trip, I mean we'll pay the $6 for you to get in.
No, that's the thing. They have to pay the $6 because
that's not a free trip, though.
It was free to us.
Well, what benefit would there be for them to give us a free trip? We already know it's
they
there.
won, and it's all exciting.
We do have bragging rights around here. Actually, a few people got some really good photoshops. Actually, you did one for Tracy, right?
I did one for. That's the only one I've done, I think, so far.
Wasn't somebody else? Oh, somebody was supposed to guess what the song was that we were dancing to.
Oh yeah, nobody was.
And no one would ever guess that. I had to finally tell somebody.
It was the rig was in.
Ann says no glasses carp. Ann says the carp as well. Look at that, carp versus the palmetto bug. I'm telling you, a palmetto bug will give you a fucking heart attack. All right. So while we wrap up early tonight, Friday night, sorry to ruin everyone's fun. Doug and I are going to wrap up with some gratitude.
Gratitude.
I am grateful that I'm grateful that Publix pub subs, Italian subs, $6. We had dinner tonight for $12. Neither of us finished our meal, which means we have lunch tomorrow, which means 2 meals for 2 people for $12.
That's about $4 a meal.
And I'm also grateful for $50 hotel credit.
Boom.
Sorry, it wasn't even a $50 hotel credit. They credited us back $50 on our bill.
Right.
So
I'll
take that shit.
That works.
We needed that money. And also we had free T-Mobile this month.
Free T-Mobile.
We had free Quantum this month.
Quantum fiber.
Because they done fucked up.
Yeah,
Quantum fucked up. T-Mobile was because we got such a huge credit when we switched over.
Worth it. It wasn't worth the free credit to get the free internet.
Oh, for the fucking Quantum thing. Ann was here for that. Oh my God. It basically took up half the time I was here with my friend, but I had to fix it. And I still hate them.
I still blame Ann.
And I still love Ann. She's my favorite.
I blame Ann.
Even if she likes dad jokes, I still love her.
Yeah.
Because I'm the kind of friend that you can disagree with me and I'm still going to love you. Actually, I only like friends that disagree with me, which means I like all of you guys because none of you agree with me about the carp. Or whatever. Okay. I'm also grateful. I'm also grateful for all of, I always forget to say this, but I'm grateful for all the people that watch the podcast. It means so much to us. I am grateful that we played cribbage today, and I believe I kicked your ass.
You did a couple times, yeah.
2 times.
Lunch and dinner.
Which is good, because I think he was on steroids. He kept beating me.
Yeah, it was.
I'm grateful that I was able to help someone that I really cared about, and we had a really good chat today. I am grateful that my friend Zach has been alleviated of a stressor in his life. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm grateful that I found out there's a place where you can feed flamingos within driving distance to us. It's in Sarasota. I'm just saying, who wants to go? I'll save.
I'm in it.
Maybe I can get a hotel credit for that, for feeding flamingos.
You know,
I'm gonna get some goddamn
in the thing.
Yeah.
Swipe the card.
Dude, I'm gonna work these points. I have no choice. We are barely scraping by. I gotta make it work.
It's a scrape by.
And David says, "Good night, you two. Get away from those bugs. Good night to you." Fortunately, there are no bot flies because we had the pool cage, and I could send you a video of a bot fly. It will horrify you.
No.
Maybe what I should do is just start posting animal videos to our page.
Maybe
Okay.
animals fighting.
I'm always grateful for you,
Thank you.
even though you have no ass.
I have no ass.
I'm grateful for your new swim trunks. They are flattering. The other ones, they were not good.
Flattering.
I am thankful for Camera Shy Casey. I'm thankful for Camera Shy Casey. He's my favorite. And Casey, we love you.
He just got out of bed.
He's at work.
He's at work now, but never mind.
He just
that was even today. That felt like 3 days ago right now.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. All right, well, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for food. I'm grateful for shelter.
Yeah.
For nice, clean, hot water.
Aim higher.
Higher?
Yeah, what other things you're grateful for?
Your lady friends. I am thankful for
you love titties.
entertaining shows like Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
We watched the inspection video tonight, the one where they came and did the inspection of the bar. Unbelievably funny.
Oh yeah. If you're having a bad day, watch Always Sunny. We watched the bar inspection tonight. The Danny DeVito part.
He tells Danny DeVito to put on a shirt. So in the next scene, Danny DeVito's using a paint roller on himself. He goes, "Why are you painting yourself?" He goes, "I'm painting on a shirt." And then the paint comes into the episode later, which is
he's covered in black paint from head to toe, like literally blackface.
So when the inspector goes downstairs to hit the carbon monoxide test button,
he blows on a recorder. He goes boop, and then she pushes it again, and he goes boop, and it was just Frank the whole time.
And so Charlie told him what note to play, and but it was so subtle, and then you don't even see him until he like opens. It's in the dark. It was amazing. It's amazing comedy.
Anne says, "Where are you going to be, Doug, when you come up?" He is there very briefly, like literally 2 nights.
Yeah, I get
the first night
Wednesday after, like at dinner.
Gets in on the 13th, and right, the 13th.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Goes to dinner with goes to see Nolan's dorm room at UMass Dartmouth and gets to see his floor and watch Nolan RA some people, and then go out to dinner in Norwell, and then in Dartmouth, and then bring Wesley home. And then your hotel is in Norwood.
Norwood. Yeah.
He's busy all day in court.
I'm gonna be busy that night with
Thursday.
My hookers.
He might be busy with hookers. I'm thinking that maybe a poker game is in order. I know Paul White. Which one? Wykes would be down for that. Zach is down for that, but Zach thinks Doug's just trying to get him into a hotel room.
Yeah.
And then the next day he flies out. So unfortunately, unless you go to him, you probably will not see him. But I do hear that flights are like $165 round trip right now.
I say that people will come.
Doug's flight was $165. Zach's flight was $145. It was cheap. I actually just saw flights today.
Visit me.
I just saw flights today for $127 round trip. I highly recommend it. Yeah, but that was December. So we don't know. Our lease is up October 31st. So
we have no idea where
we don't know if we're going to be here or if we're going to have to move. We'd like to stay another year because we're not really ready to buy a house.
To stay another year.
Since Doug doesn't have a job, moving right now would suck.
I would like to right the ship, and then I would like to
buy.
And
buy. Or secret option C, we could win the lottery tonight.
We could. We won $4 the other night on that big pot right there. We took $4 of that.
Yep.
Take that.
$4. We have a pretty good cycle now, though. Like we've got some winners, and we
have recently. Yeah.
So it is our occasional.
Hey, did you win the $25,000 for life?
No.
I had $15.
Wait, can you tell them about the $5 bill?
Oh, the $5 bill.
This $5 bill. You have to hear the story.
In the Jeep. And it was covered in grease and dirt and everything. So it's been in my wallet since when were the kids last year? May?
I guess so.
No, they were in early June, I think. Yeah.
June.
And so I had it, and I tried to give it to kids. Nobody wanted the dirty $5.
Why were you going to give away money?
Because the
Hang on, this $5 bill was in the Jeep underneath the seat. So how you're giving it away to the children? It's clearly mine. So anyway, Doug used it today to buy Powerball.
So anyways, the whole thing was that we were going to use it. It was our lucky $5 bill. So the tickets are $2. So I got 7 tickets for $14. There was one left over. So there was a scratch ticket that was $25,000 a year for life. And I bought that for my wife.
I did not win. But I will tell you that I would highly, highly, highly recommend going on Google Flights and setting up a flight alert from wherever you are to RSW Airport, which is our current airport. I got a notification yesterday with several flights, and one of them was $127 round trip, and it was like on a real airline. Like it was like on it was like JetBlue or something. It wasn't like Spirit. But by the way, Dave flew down Breeze. no issues. We
problem.
had people fly down Spirit and Frontier and also had no issues. I think we've actually had more issues with JetBlue than anybody. We've also flown JetBlue the most, and JetBlue flew in the winter. So my suggestion is set those alerts up on Google from whatever airport is closest to you until we no longer live here to RSW, which is Fort Myers Airport. And if you want to come visit, that's for most of you. But we like most of you. David, you know what? I seem to like you. You're good as if you. But if you tell a dad joke, I'll throw shit at you, like my actual shit. Well, I can't shit, so I'll have to find something.
You'll have to go and get donor shit.
I'll have to get donor shit. Is really what it comes down to. But you don't have an ass, so I can just reach up there.
Oh.
I wouldn't eat. Anne says I wouldn't even. Oh, first of all, Anne says I will go. It's freaking amazing watching the flamingos. Let's do it.
Yeah.
A, B, and I wouldn't even think of bothering you, but I thought you might be in my old stomping ground. I don't think Anne could ever be a bother to anyone ever.
No.
You're a fucking delight. You're a fucking delight. Would you like to play poker with Doug and the guys in a hotel room? People might think you're a hooker because you're hot. Maybe you could make some extra money. Are any of the guys single or unhappy in their marriage?
I don't believe so, no.
Couple, but you have somebody. And Anne says,
Just
if
me.
you want to stay another
Just
year,
me, honey.
put a bug in their ear now. They know that we want to stay. And we'll have the conversation with them when they
We're
come
nice
down.
people.
The only problem is, are they going to give us another rent increase? We just had one.
I think that should keep us. I still think we're getting a decent deal compared to whatever.
We're getting a decent deal, but the neighborhood continues to decline. You got to do those things today.
Yeah, I'm gonna do those
this weekend.
tomorrow.
They're bad. I tried to hire the neighbor kid to pull the bugs, but she wouldn't do it. So, we will talk to them. Who knows what they're planning on doing? But interest rates aren't doing well. They're through the roof right now, and a lot of houses are sitting. They're not going to get top dollar. They actually asked us if we wanted to buy the house, and we were like, no. And they were asking way too much money. Donna says she hates bugs. Donna, we are just wrapping up, but we will see you guys on Monday. We're going to get the bugs off of ourselves first, and we hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Sorry we weren't around as much this week. Like I said, sick as fuck. And we really look forward to seeing you. We really appreciate everybody who supports the podcast. Doug is waving. We love you all, and we will see you soon. Have an awesome weekend.
Peace.